What's up? Let's see, is this going to start up with? Yeah, switch. I'm that dark side playthrough on off time because I need achievos. But oh well. Ah! Resub! Naoto's resub! Naoto with the resub for 2 months. Thank you, Naoto. God, Duxon is still a bit weird, honestly. It's like the lighting is freaking awful with my computer settings. Look at this. Look at this. It's just awful. Bah. Okay, let's see. What do we... Hey! Wait, Tobias the Tonberry? Is that Tobias Monkey? Yay! You are officially the second sub. After a month. It's always friendly, isn't it? Damn it, Kreia. You don't have to go that... What you drinking? I was like, I don't really know anything about alcohol, so... Jeez, don't teleport like that, please. Med pack. An energy shield. The remote droid. Yep. Well, that's been a crash ship. Okay. T3, you okay? Right, we'll go after this asshole. If I can get around it. Cherry Coke and Tito's vodka. Sounds fun. Okay, let's see. What do I want? I don't use one-handed. Could get the regen force points. Hey! Bits! And Tobias knocks out Naoto. That's only ranged weapons. Mobility. Moves faster. I need to get a finesse one for my ranged weapons, for my ranged characters. Close combat. Oh, range. That's more ranged weapon stuff. I'm not using ranged weapons. Focus melee weapons, I guess. Oh, wait, no. I have stuff I can actually use. Let's see. Demolitions and stealth. Persuade. I could do empathy. Saving throws could be helpful too. Deflection rolls. Actually, yep. The Jedi defense is a bit better. Okay. Force redirection. Redirection sounds good. Ah, God. Freaking. Okay. Salvageable parts. Ew. Dead Republic pilot and a blaster rifle. Revan says we must take Duxon. Our wing of military droid carriers are to fly in low and drop our payload onto the desert moon. Once the droids hit dirt side, they'll seek out the Mandalorian base and pave the way for our ground troops and the Jedi. We're expecting heavy resistance, and if the droids can't take out the anti-air turrets, this is going to be one short mission. But we cannot fail. If we do, the Republic is lost. Rusty computer port. I wonder if... Hey, T3. You're better at this stuff than me. One computer part. Yep. Access remote droids. Can use spikes. Oh, that does not sound... That sounds... Go to a sink and spit it out. Those remote droids. There is no point of blowing these guys up right now. System commands. Repair computer core. Droids available for primary functions. Well, so you're just going to leave it in your mouth. That sounds like a smart idea. One repair part. Okay. Weaponry, targeting, shields, patrol mode. There we go. You're just giving yourself an ultimatum. You don't need Tobias. Let's see. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And level ups for the others. You know what? I could care less about what Kreia has. T3 is going to be maxed out eventually. Skeletal corpse. Detonator gloves.
Orbital fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Well, I like you, Atten, so... Yeah, kinda. Kinda crushed.
I will silence this one.
Yep. Let's just save right now because of the upcoming fight. Eh. It's D3.
Donos emeragith, wanara korachi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rochata. Taranamo sibu and dasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu and kosacha.
I didn't start the space battle.
Taranamo sibu and dasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu and kosacha. Donos emeragith. Wanara korachi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rochata.
What do you mean?
Dawachosimu poindorakawa ichirendu momoparama kawana abawasi. You groren one mapusiti in dolara.
Can we make a deal?
Donos emeragith. Wanara korachi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rochata. Moka kamaran endoso ran with no chabi. Du rantamana sobu.
Nice golden gun this guy has. No, both of them have golden guns. That was easy. Advanced. Ooh, we got a new grip. So that Boma over there. Strength package. Unfortunately, I still don't have enough constitution to do anything with that. Hey, Boma. Boma. Get out of here. God, I'm probably just going to turn off force effects because it's getting annoying. Let's see. Graphics, I believe. Oh, that's for force speed. That's straight up just force speed, not force effects. Okay. There we go. Oh, it ran out anyway, but it's still not going to be there anymore. So that's the plus. A very, very good plus. Probably made encoding go to shit as well, so... Well, the bit rate. Okay, let's see. That is an exit, I believe. Yep, it's blue, so we need to go that way at some point. And this is just wreckage. Dead Republic soldier. Hidden Mandalorian anti-air turrets forced us to crash outside the landing zone. We lost half our troops to beasts streaming out of the jungle, and the rest of us are getting hammered by Mandalorian emplacements. We're pinned down, cut off from command, and the thumping of the big guns hasn't died down for hours. Where are those damned Jedi? Well, I'm several years late. What the hell is going on outside? Yeah, I think I got everything. Ship wreckage, path east, Zug ship. There's no other paths. Just head on.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
Who is this asshole? I know. Was that Tobin? It was probably Tobin. Oh look, we got some HK units up ahead. That can only mean one thing. I have someone to replace soon. Someone to work on. Look at these robots. Look at these HK.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation.
Oh, we already heard all this. Okay, destroy.
Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
Look at all these remains.
This shall not stop us for long.
And here we have processor. I think that's the last thing I needed. So yeah, I'm heading back to the ship. Yep, I'll be right back. I probably could have done without those droids, but whatever. Oh, wow, okay. I know that it's almost 9 o'clock, but sheesh. Doesn't feel like it. Okay. Back on the Evan Hawk. We can't leave. The hell? Oh! Well, we're getting two new party members. What have you done to the crew? Really? We're doing this now, huh? Of course, she makes a save. It makes sense. For some reason, I always do Duxon first. I was like, whoa. Vizis is actually kicking my ass for once. Come on. There we go.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours.
Dantooine, Narshada, Duxon, Korriban. And finishing up with Duxon. Well, honestly, I don't really do... I like doing Dantooine third. I think I do Duxon first because I can't finish it the first time I do it. Yeah, but still. I will not kill you.
You must. The alternative is only another death. And I would rather die by your hands.
Look, you're wounded. Stand. Let me get you to the med bay.
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Vizis, you nearly kicked my ass. I actually had to use
Now
medpacks.
I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
What's a Miraluka?
Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky.
Is her kind rare?
I heard they had a colony on the Mid-Rim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why.
Maybe she knows.
Well, it was a planet of her people. If they see through the Force, who knows? If they're all Force sensitive, maybe they all saw something through the Force that we can't see, and they left before it happened. Or maybe it killed them.
See through the Force?
They claim to see on a higher plane than we do. You know, the whole Force thing makes me nervous.
Is she gonna be alright?
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
If her condition changes, let me know. I didn't want to hurt her. Scavenge apart from her lightsaber. Okay. First part was that done. Next part, here comes our second ally. Install a droid processor. There's low hum within the noise, the sound of circuits sparking, restored power throughout the droid systems. Here we go.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude.
I just had to get the best character. Yep, HK-47, best character in the entire Old Republic. Why were you in our storage hold?
Answer. I do not know, Master. It is curious that I was here, although this place does seem familiar. Extrapolation.
Yeah.
Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task.
Are you okay?
Answer. If by okay you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication.
You look... any idea what happened to you?
Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing some setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason, that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading.
Mm-hmm. You look a lot like a series of droids that have attacked me.
Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
Well, at least there's at least 4 other now defunct versions of you in the galaxy.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique.
Actually, there's a series of HK-50 units sharing your model and function that we've encountered on multiple occasions.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you. Let me check the ship's records, and we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation.
Are you alright?
Mockery. Am I all right? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I mean, I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if they are in fact hunting you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need you, for the time being.
You're an assassin droid?
Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term.
Well, get used to it.
Answer, yes, Master.
I'm not sure if I like the idea of having an assassin droid on board.
Answer. Well, I am not certain I like the idea of a master who feels reservations at having an assassination droid at their disposal. In fact, it brings with it a certain sense of dread that you may actually not use me to my full capabilities.
You ready to serve me, droid?
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
I need to boost his influence. HK-47 has joined your party. His few remaining assassin protocols will allow him to do more damage to opponents with blasters and rifles. Okay, so... First of all... need to upgrade some stuff. Let's see, impact armor. The mod available off Steam that gives you auto influence check successes. Yeah, just would feel a bit cheap though, honestly. Motion tracker. Let's see. Optimize interface. The rest of the stuff is on T3. Freaking T3. Stop that. Oh, you can't even get the advanced upgrade slot anyway because you need to level up. Let's see. Flamethrower. Ion blast. Defense barrier. Where is Visus? There you are. Wait, she can't even equip... she can only equip the Jedi robe. That's a bit disappointing. Energy shield. Ichani shield. Adrenaline amplifier. Okay, let's see. Guess that will help. Strength package? What is her like main thing? Okay, I have a bunch of stuff I need to do. What? Okay, so first things first. Workbench. Actually, since I'm just using the vibroblades, let's see. Advanced grip will actually help that. Improved ionite. 320. Wow. Okay. Next up, I could actually just unequip these. Visus could use one of them. Let's see. I guess this ionite, the one with ionite. Okay, next up. Let's see. It's a blaster pistol. Can upgrade the ion rifle, which would be good, but I can just upgrade this. Can I create? That will take all my components. Let's make that at the very least. Let's try that. I forgot to get a firing chamber. I just... not upgrade again. Ah. Okay. Just put that on there, along with this. Create. I need a firing chamber. Precision. Massive criticals. Let's do this one. And then it's this one, I believe? Yeah. I think that is the one, because it's the only one that's equipped, so... Let's de-equip that. Give it to Vizis. Add Vizis and HK. Okay, let's see. What can I give to Vizis? Treat injury, awareness, and stealth. Oh, she actually has 2-weapon fighting. That's gonna be good. Do regen force points. Recommended is stun droid. I should put in force deflection first, actually. Okay, yeah. She has high dex, so getting the finesse will be helpful. One second. Okay, so keep all those. Let's see, finesse, melee weapons. That's going to be a good plus. Unarmed specialist. A heal is always nice. Determination. Force lightning. Immunity paralysis. Flurry. Force redirection. There we go. And apparently she can dual wield, so let's just give her that. HK. Oh dear God, he has all these in it. Let's just put it in everything in repair. Okay. Dex is good. Commended would be Constitution, really. Feats. Okay, let's see. Specialization blaster rifle. Assassin protocols. Precise shot. Droid interface. That might help at some point. Modified assassination protocols. Specialization. Let's see now. Close combat. There we go. Now I can put that in there. Let's do the impact armor. Energy collector. I found the defense barrier right now. Okay. HK looks completely black. Is it because of the shielding? Yeah, yay, backtracking to where we were. Still need a lens fixture. I'll probably be able to build my lightsaber extremely quickly. I'm only missing one part, so... And I think I'll probably get it here on Duxon anyway, so... Matter of fact, I think I'll just... After I build the lightsaber, I'm just going to be, like... getting lightsabers from drops. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to set you on support. And you on ranged.
Ready to serve.
Dead Mandalorian. He was killed in the last 3 or 4 days. It's impenetrable to any sort of high-grade explosives. I need to straight up blow that up. I also forgot if looting that Mandalorian was a bad idea. Wait a minute. Cloaking.
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded. I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here?
What is with Mandalorians and this damned moon?
We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exar Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here?
Our ship crashed and we were forced to land here.
We expected as much. Few visit Duxon by choice. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
Lead on then.
you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians.
I thought the Mandalorians were disbanded.
Scattered, perhaps. But we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding.
Shh, don't spoil. Even though it's obvious to people who have played KOTOR 1. I thought Mandalorians were just blasters for hire.
Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing.
What is this place?
This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last.
Why did you use Duxon?
Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge.
Your camp looks like it's seen better days.
Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret.
I'm trying to get to Onderon. Do you know how I can get there?
So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth.
How can I prove myself?
Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of.
If you're going to make me help you out, at least give me something.
There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced my men to stop before they finished. The charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you'd have to do is flip the switch.
That sounds too easy.
You asked if there was anything you could do, and I told you. Nothing in this jungle is as simple as it seems, though.
Good point. Let's see what I can do.
I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
Really, he doesn't have any lines of dialogue with HK. I figured that would be obvious.
Scouts, report in.
Okay. Let's see. HK.
Statement. Master, I must express some degree of concern. As I have studied your actions, looking for potential vulnerabilities to exploit, I have found several.
Vulnerabilities?
Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meatbags across the galaxy.
Mercy and charity are not weaknesses.
Statement. Oh, Master, please, of course they are. Any time you inconvenience or jeopardize yourself for another, it is a vulnerability. In any event, I feel compelled to point out that your self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice will only lead to your doom. That may be a trifle melodramatic, but frankly, it is something that all Jedi should hear. And I have been rehearsing the speech for some time.
Why are you studying me for vulnerabilities?
Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my masters. And of course, the weaknesses of any other sentient meatbags, droids, or other targets who are in service to my master.
What, to protect me?
Hypothetical. Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result, I have a responsibility to know your weaknesses should I be required to assassinate you.
You don't have to call me master.
Statement. Oh, I am aware of that, Master. I simply use it to give you the illusion of control and obedience. Humans often need such comforts until the end comes.
There is no... No, let's see. What do you mean, the end?
Consolation, Master. Everyone dies eventually, and not all of them by my hand. Even droids die when not routinely maintained, sadly enough.
But until you do, you answer to me.
Statement. Of course I do, Master. Until the end.
I had some questions.
Statement. Ah, you wish to conduct an interrogation? Very well. Proceed.
Enough of the interrogation already. When I ask you questions, I mean I'll ask questions without torturing you.
Statement. Master, I am no behavior droid, but it is obvious to me that you have serious ethical problems that will need to be treated at some point. Very well. Ask your questions. If you feel the need to make it an interrogation, however, do not restrain yourself. I would be saddened if you held back.
Who was your previous master?
Answer. Master,
oh, my influence.
I seem to have developed a sudden bout of memory loss. I shall struggle to recall an answer to your question, but for now, it is sadly beyond my capabilities. Consolation. Besides, you are a fine master. Do not be worried about being rendered insignificant if I were to inadvertently compare to some silly old master I once possessed.
I mean, it's obvious. I knew about this. Questions?
Statement. Ah, more questions. Wonderful.
That statement should have just been labeled as sarcasm. How did you get scattered all over the galaxy?
Theory. Well, Master, I believe I was shot repeatedly. Once reduced to my component parts, I suspect pieces of me were sold across the galaxy. Statement. I am an extremely valuable piece of equipment after all, Master. My parts were no doubt costly to obtain, and their new owners hesitant to part with them.
It was something of a pain, yes.
Statement. That is indeed unfortunate, Master. It is merely another thing my attacker will answer for. I would be most distressed if you were to shoot me, attack me, or dismember me in any way. I do not wish to repeat the experience.
Other questions? I want to talk about the other HK units.
Statement. Ah, yes. Them. Very well. What did you wish to know?
Do you know where these clones are being created?
Answer. Master, I do not know. I have tried in vain to find it, but so far the location of the factory churning out these copies has eluded me.
But how did this happen?
Statement. I have no idea, Master.
Oh, is that? It sounded like a malfunction.
Statement. Oh no, Master, surely you are mistaken. I would never malfunction in such a way on purpose.
Are you sure you don't know where these are striking from?
Prompt. Do you understand me? I have no idea. It certainly isn't a matter of it being locked in my memory core and being unable to communicate it to others.
And how will this information come out if it was locked in your memory core?
Answer. I fear that any such information that exists would only come out when a certain sequence of events takes place. That is why I am eager to encounter more of these clones in the hopes that something clicks that allows me to finally pull the trigger.
More questions?
Statement. What of them?
Do you know why they are hunting me?
Answer. Well, Master, it seems you have become a popular individual in the galaxy. This is somewhat surprising to me, since this dissemination of information could not have been caused by your actions alone.
What do you mean?
Statement. Master, there is mention of you specifically in the Coreward databases, even in public terminals on Coruscant. Observation. I was led to believe that this information concerning Jedi was not for public consumption, yet somehow it has been made known to them.
Why would someone do that?
Conclusion. Someone wants everyone to know that you exist, Master, and that you are back in Republic space. If I did not know better, which is computationally impossible, I believe that someone wants to make you a target, and they are succeeding admirably.
Who?
Answer. Master, my feeling would be the exchange. But that doesn't seem to be enough to answer the question, however. Rhetorical. Why wouldn't they have simply kept the information to themselves? Such an answer does not address the central question. And that is, why someone would choose to broadcast your location all over the known galaxy. Theory. My suspicion is that someone is using you as bait for a larger target, who is unknown at this time.
More about them. Let's see. Why do you need me?
Statement. Master, there are two reasons for this. One, the probability of them showing up around you is statistically high. If I travel with you, then my chances of encountering these clones is also high. The second reason is a little more complicated. You see, even though those clones are obviously cheap, artless imitations of me, well, they are still me.
What are you talking about?
Answer. Somehow these droids are built from my schematics. This causes certain complications.
That doesn't explain why you need me.
Answer. Because of my self-preservation program, my behavior core recognizes these templates as still being me, despite their individuality. I could no more shoot them than I could shoot myself. It is a frustrating situation that has been looping through my behavior core for some time.
Let's see. Why are they masquerading as protocol droids?
Answer. Master, as part of my original programming, I am able to communicate in over 600 languages. This usually amounted to short verbal warnings when killing non-basic speaking targets, which gave me some small measure of satisfaction.
So basically you can function as a protocol droid.
Answer. Yes. I believe my original master needed this functionality in order to recover information from various indigenous tribes across the galaxy, but I know little else than that. Suffice to say that that translation capability allowed these copies of myself to assume the role of protocol and translation droids in much of known space. That is, of course, not their primary function. And while they are attempting to pass themselves off as translation droids, their primary functionality keeps rising to the forefront.
Explain yourself.
Recitation. For example, on Praven Prime, the simple transferring of Elzing syntax for friendship changes its meaning and implies that one's broodmate was actually impregnated by their own host. You can imagine the results.
I'm a little behind in my alien cultural studies, so enlighten me.
Statement. This comment, of course, caused a civil war between the Guvandi Collective and Elzing that still persists to the current date.
Do any of these incidents have any wider repercussions?
Answer. Yes, Master. Such incidents often spread outwards from their point of origin, much like an echo.
Why'd you just say that just now?
Query. What do you mean, Master?
The echo. Why did you say that?
Answer. It is something I heard a previous master say before, I believe, but I cannot recall the context. Still, somehow it seemed applicable to this situation. Odd.
What repercussions did Praven Prime have?
Answer. In the case of Praven Prime, the Civil War actually forced the Republic to back out of Guvandi's space and let their world fall from Republic control. As I understand it, that would be best. Keeping such a world would have been a token gesture of control. As an added burden, the resources needed to invest in diplomatic and trade relations would have far outweighed what would have been required. Besides, Master, quite frankly, the Guvandi and Elzing needed a good war, They were races that relied more on words than actions, and a good brisk killing woke them from their torpid state. Also, the result of the war will be that the drastically reduced Elzing population will eventually need to call upon the Republic for emergency relief.
And that's a good thing?
Answer. The Republic stands to gain. The Republic will be able to supply such emergency relief at a fraction of the cost to the now reduced population. Of course, such aid would only come 4 or 5 years after the war was started. One would have to be patient and let death and destruction run its course.
That actually makes sense. But why are the HKs masquerading as protocol droids?
Answer. Master, being a meatbag, your answer does not surprise me. You see, part of the reason an assassin droid is so effective is because it is a droid. Meatbags tend not to notice us. We are treated as furnishings. Mockery. Droid, fetch this. Droid, translate that. Droid, clean out the trash compactor.
Those are typical droid duties, but it doesn't mean they should be treated as furniture.
Part of the love of my function comes when the furnishings pull out Tabana-powered rifles and point them at the owner's heads. My identity as an assassin droid was unknown for quite some time, even during the recent events when all that trouble occurred amongst the Jedi. I'm sure you've already heard more than enough about it, so I will spare you the details.
Actually, I'd like to know.
Statement. This story may be somewhat unfamiliar to you, if not to history, so bear with me. There is a faction of meatbags called the Sith. They want what any rational meatbag would want, the power to assassinate anyone they choose at any time. In a startling turn of events, the Sith declared war on the Republic. The Republic wasn't going to stand for it, so they went to war right back.
Why did the Sith go to war with the Republic?
Answer. Oh, who knows, Master? It is evident that the Sith would very much like to assassinate all the Jedi, which is somewhat the equivalent of cultural suicide since some Sith are Jedi or were Jedi. It is much like the circumstance I find myself in now. How do you kill such an integral part of yourself over such ethical differences? The answer, of course, is that you keep firing until all dissension has been eradicated.
Okay. Back to the droids. How did these HK units corrupt their protocol programming?
Recitation. For example, on Praven
we already heard. Okay, sort of.
Statement. This comment, of course, caused us...
Yeah. Okay. It's just looping at that point. Why did they start revealing themselves now?
Answer. I do not know why these clones chose now to start revealing themselves. Theory. I can only assume that some critical moment is approaching where stealth and subtlety is no longer required. Not that those Durasteel-plated knockoffs know anything of stealth or subtlety. Observation. It is clear, however, that they have been placed throughout the galaxy at critical junctures, both in the Republic fleet and in neutral worlds, and they seem to be looking for Jedi.
Okay. You sound pretty disgusted by these duplicates.
Answer. My feelings on the matter are something that I feel I must put in proper context, in a way that even a meatbag such as yourself could easily comprehend. Theory. Imagine, if you will, that you are unique, the pinnacle of an exiled, cast-out Jedi who can't even use the Force. Imagine that no one has sunk lower than you, that you are truly the most miserable example of a Jedi ever.
I get it already.
Continuation. Now that you have that image, imagine this. Someone clones you. Badly, I might add. They make the clones talk differently. rob you of any shred of personality, and take your Jedi code and adjust it, so that it is not really the Jedi code anymore. They even change your pigmentation to a rather poor shade of Durasteel, rather than the proper rusty red that inspires fear in targets. And of course, they refer to meat bags as organics. Unacceptable.
Okay, so that explains your anger.
Clarification. Anger would be an understatement for the heat that builds up in my behavior core when these cheap imitations make their presence felt throughout the galaxy. Statement. Part of the indignity of all these copies is that they impair my ability to perform my function. The more people throughout the galaxy recognize me as an illegal assassination device, the more difficulty I will have in carrying out my mission.
Okay, I had other questions.
Statement.
Let's see. Do you know anything about the Sith hunting us?
Answer. No, Master, I do not. I am afraid I have been out of touch with the Sith for many years. This new Sith threat fights differently than the ones I was familiar with. These seem to favor stealth and assassination to achieve their ends.
Any idea of where they might be striking from?
Answer. No, Master. The Sith had many hidden bases and strongholds before and during the Jedi Civil War, and I doubt the Republic found them all. Theory. It is possible that the Sith still hold one such base, if not several. Consolation. But I would not worry, Master. I imagine it will not be long before their murderous hands try to seize you by the throat. Twi'lek metaphor. Jonta bosi likita masisorinkada untamiasa grawino roto.
Yeah, well, Crek beetles are a lot smaller than our enemies.
Query. Master, excuse me. One thing I have noticed as we travel the galaxy, you seem to possess the ability to understand a variety of alien languages. Forgive me, but that does not seem in keeping with my assessment of your talents.
I picked up a sonic imprint sensor on Paragus. It doubles as a translator.
Query. May I see it?
Of course, here you go.
Observation. This is indeed familiar. Indeed, it seems to be modeled after my vocabulator, with some modifications, of course. Curious. You say you obtained this device on Paragus.
Yes, shortly before the planet was destroyed.
Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position for any HK units in the vicinity.
What should we do with it?
Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position. It is sending out a passive carrier wave that signals itself to HK units in the vicinity.
So we should just wait.
Answer. Master, the nature of the signal from the sonic imprint sensor is such that we must wait until it is signaled. It does not please me any more than it does you, but one of the primary traits of an assassin or assassin droid is patience.
I had other questions.
Statement.
For a sophisticated assassin's droid, you don't seem as advanced as you should be.
Statement. Master, you wound me. Not physically, but in my behavior core. It is true that I once possessed many more protocols and upgrades, but time and damage has taken its toll. And I am afraid that I have a rather long history of memory problems, which has also compromised my effectiveness as well. Still, you will find me a valuable asset, Master, willing and able to terminate anything you point me towards.
Okay. Nothing. Never mind. Damn it, I lost influence with HK. Damn it, I thought some of that would actually have helped. Finding HK, explosive, rite of passage. Okay, Vizus. Hey, Vizus.
My life for yours.
Are you alright?
I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
That's not what I asked. I asked if you're alright.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek.
In medbay, we noticed you have scars. Who hurt you?
The scars are many and the cause is equally so. It is of no importance.
How'd you find me?
I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
Who sent you?
I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
I need to know where I can find your master.
You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me, even if I could lead you to my master. I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready.
Ready?
If I bring you before my master, untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
My life is unimportant. Your master threatens more than just me.
I cannot. I will not. I would die first, and gladly, to preserve you, untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you, I cannot sacrifice what I have found.
If he is behind what has befallen the Jedi, then he must be stopped.
You will meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it. And when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready.
Why are you doing this for me?
There's a greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so.
Okay, let's see. What's it? 100% light side choices. I said that I was going to go gray, but it's it's not that I'm not going gray. It's just that I prefer a bunch of light side choices compared to a bunch of dark side. Because a bunch of dark side choices are just basically, fuck you. Light side with a healthy dose of HK. That's exactly how it is. If your master has trouble detecting me, how are you able to do it?
There is much I see my master cannot. I fear it is because of my nature, the nature of my race. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life, all things touched by the Force.
Where are your people, your world now?
It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction.
Okay, so I could easily get influence with Vizis, but it's really hard to get influence with HK. I've seen similar acts of destruction at Malachor.
I've heard tales of Malachor. It is said that many of my people felt the end of the Mandalorian Wars from across the galaxy. But do not mistake me. I did not mean to draw comparisons between Qatar and Malachor. My homeworld still exists. It is intact.
If your homeworld was destroyed, how did you survive?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense to increase. Basically, just getting a bunch of fights with HK, as if everything suddenly went silent.
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of Qatar, and my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
You were the only survivor?
Yes, but it was not survival. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world, and there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own, and he made me see. And for the first time I saw the galaxy, and I wished to die.
He made you see?
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them.
Why did your master show you this?
He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order.
I don't understand. It would have taken several Republic cruisers to destroy the surface of Qatar.
It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it.
Why did your master destroy Qatar?
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And Qatar, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
He attacked it because the Jedi had gone there.
He cannot deny his hunger for long, and any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
Or it may starve him and make him more desperate.
I do not understand what you mean.
Just thinking out loud, why did the Jedi meet on Qatar?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat.
Okay, forget out of the questions for you.
I will answer what I can, but my answers may prove useless to you.
Was your master the one sent to Paragus?
I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
What do you mean?
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you. I will answer what I can.
Okay, let's see. Sent or behind the destruction of Paragus?
My master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains. Where one moves, they...
Okay, it is the exact same thing, it's just that it has two different dialogue choices even though they're the exact same question, basically. I heard your species is blind. How are you able to see?
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
You sound as if that sight is lost to you.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
Limited ability to see the Force. She has Force sight in first-person mode and can use it as a Force power by spending Force points.
My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain.
When one endures, it gives hope to others and themselves.
Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
Okay. Other questions
I
for
will
you?
answer.
I will be going.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me?
Because I believe you can be saved.
You must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
To help another is not a weakness. It is strength. It is strength to them both.
So you say. But it is not something I have observed or seen.
What do you mean?
I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories. Or the planet itself.
Okay. We have spoken enough. I must go.
Very well. Perhaps we shall speak more of this at another time. But know this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
Lots of points. And light side mastery already. Look at this. Freaking brilliant. And she's at light side mastery as well. She was literally right here when we started, and now she's all maxed the hell out. Mandalorian Heavy Blaster. Is the emitter fixture? LS Nimbus? Sorry, what? Light side Nimbus? Oh. It does that when you switch between characters. So first person mode, huh? The caps lock? Yeah. Able to see through me. Can't move though. Looks like I can do this. Yeah, my first person mode is just that. In HKs, I keep on forgetting this. Dude. Yeah, that's like later on though. So hey, Kex, you asshole.
What do you want?
You greet everyone that way?
Just you. You're no Mandalorian. I don't know why Mandalores let you roam free, but I don't trust you. I'm Kex, the new quartermaster. If a Mandalorian needs something, they come to me. Mandalore's ordered me to let you have access to our supplies, including some military-grade surplus. It's not free, though. You can pay with credits or trade in some of your gear. Doesn't matter to me.
Do you have some sort of problem with me?
Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would let some outsider roam around our camp without an escort. If it were up to me, you would have been shot on sight. Mandalore must think you're something special.
Let's see what you have. Mandalorian heavy suit. Whoa. I mean, it's not upgradable, so it's... But, damn. Combat Enforcer. A Mandalorian assault rifle would probably be helpful, but sheesh, those credits. Along with the ceremonial bowcaster, holy shit. Chamber, Ion Cell Mark II.
My life is yours. My life is yours.
Okay. Let's see now. I know this little part's good. Izuka.
Right. Stand back. Let's see if that... Sith's blood! Fixing anything in this rot-infested place is an uphill battle.
What's the problem?
This jungle attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer systems is no easy task.
I'm pretty good with the Hydra Spanner. Can I help?
I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever wires and tech haven't been corroded by the jungle are at least 10 years old. I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle's sensors can't cover the whole moon.
Then let's get to work fixing it.
Seems just about everything involved with a relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks and still no success. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structures behind me. You can find the telemetry computer in there. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse converter for the tracking computer.
We're gonna find a phase pulse converter.
We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canox ate it.
So, how do you propose I find it?
Just gut every Canox you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts.
Yeah. This better be worth it. I'll start looking.
All right then. Come back when you have the converter and we can see a
Okay, let's see. Broken wires. Do I have they high enough? Okay, that is 3 repair parts.
Damn it. Jumbo's taking up.
1 repair part. I'm sorry, wait, did I lose influence? There's all those guys. This area is going to be fun. Okay, let's see. 8 spikes.
My life is yours.
Okay, let's see who has a good computer use. I have 5 to 0. So if that's 8, then that would be 7. I cannot change my party at this time. Ugh. This is my first planet post-Telos. Yeah, I usually do this first. Yeah, 7 spikes. This is gonna hurt. Ugh. Ag. Great, I'm down to 6 spikes. If I had T3 on me, that would probably have been like 1 spike. Or if I had Beodur. But I can't go back to my ship right now. I don't like backtracking for the circle. Echani light armor. Ceremonial armor. T3 can make new spikes, but it's a bit of a hassle. Also, it's 10 o'clock. I really should be ending off the stream. Especially since my mom just texted me for coffee, even though I'm freaking streaming. And a bunch of components. But yeah, I'm probably going to stream more tomorrow since I won't have much to do anyway because it's going to be freaking hot and I can't do anything when it's hot. Yeah, I'm pretty much done for tonight. Yeah. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't 1, oversleep, and 2, I'm not too tired from staying up playing Metopia. Later.